Good morning, this is Stuart Davidson, your friendly QS, and this week you'll probably know if you've been watching the videos, I've been talking about the starter, and it's just a series of videos I've been doing talking about the starter, which is an acrostic for sales, training, agreements, remuneration, transformation, essence and results. So in the first video I talked about sales and marketing being really important for your business. So if you're a freelance person or you're a tradesperson, you're a developer or contractor, then one of the most important things is sales systems, sales marketing, and how you can use that to pre-qualify yourself for the next project, how you can use marketing to get yourself known, get yourself in front of your clients. And then I moved on to the second video, was training, and how you can set up online training, how you can use training to educate your clients around what you do, the intricacies of what you do, how you interface with other businesses and trades, and also to let your clients know how they can best employ you or employ your services. Then we talked about agreements, contracts, and standstill contracts, and the sorts of things and communications we need to put in place during the lockdown, during maybe our contracts might be on hold, or we might have contracts ready to start, or we might be thinking about how we go into contract in future. So we touched upon how contracts are going to change, how we need to put maybe put side letters, side agreements in place to get us through this situation. Then I talked about remuneration, all around payment, cash flow, how that might change in construction, what you can do to improve your cash flow in your business. And then we talked about transformation, how things are going to change in the future, how technology is changing the business, how the lockdown, the coronavirus will change the way we do business. So I talked about that. Then I talked about essence, which is basically around what your values are, what your personal values are, what your business values are, how you can find out what they are, how you can determine what they are, how you can move forward and change them and move them in the direction that you want to be, how you can align them with your clients' values in terms of identifying your ideal client and your niche, and how you can find out whether you're a good match. So we talked about that. So today I'm going to touch upon results. How do we put all this together and get results? And what I found with any plan in business is that sometimes you need a bit of help. Sometimes you need someone around to be accountable to. So one of the things I do, I get mentors around me that hold me accountable for what I do. I'm one of these people that is very unfocused. I kind of bounce around to different ideas all the time, and it's really trying to get a deep dive into one thing. So I do need that accountability. And one of the reasons actually I'm doing these videos is about accountability. I'm making myself accountable because what I want to do with this, with these short videos and these headings, is actually develop those and go into a bit more detail on each of the subjects and develop that into something I've been wanting to do for a long time, a book, and also a webinar, and also maybe a training. So I've been putting it off. So one of the ways I'm making myself accountable is to do these videos. So that's one way of getting results. Now, one of the big ways that I've found of getting results and actually changed my business overnight some time ago was I put systems in place, and I put systems in place in terms of the delivery of what I do. So this is particularly good if you're a freelance professional or a tradesman. Is what I did as a quantity surveyor. I wrote down everything I do in my job in lists and lists and lists. So when a project comes in, what do I do? As it goes through its journey through the business, or what I do with that particular project, what do I check? Where are the risks? And I wrote all of those lists down. And I gradually turned them into items that I need to do, income generating fee items that I need to do, and everything else that I could delegate out, and where things need to be checked. And eventually I narrowed that down till I wasn't doing anything on the list. Everything was being done by other people. And at that point, I'd turned my business into I suppose you could call it passive income, but as a business owner, you're still wanting to build relationships with your client. You're still wanting to help your staff. You're still wanting to be there to be consulted with. People in your business will always have questions that they want to come back to you on, bounce things off you. But essentially, it turned the business into a passive income. And I think you could do that with any business. And I think this starter system covers the areas that you need to cover in order to get your business up and running. If you're a sole trader or a freelancer, this is ideal. One of the key things that you need to take into account, probably the first thing and most important thing, is the sales and marketing, which I can go into in a lot more detail later. So in terms of results, I think, yes, getting focused, you know, and there's a good book as well that I've used before. I've got it here actually. It's by Rob Moore. It's called Routine Equals Results. So it's by Rob Moore. Get a copy of that, because that's really good around how you can manage your time. Well, that's arguably whether you can manage your time, but how you get results by creating the right routines and the right habits in your life. And that's very true to say. And actually you find out when you start monitoring yourself how you feel during different parts of the day, when you perform best during different parts of the day, when your team performs best during different parts of the day. You find out about your values much more, and once you can understand your values, then you can kind of move on and get better results. So in terms of getting results, I think sales and marketing is your first thing. You need to know there's a market for what you do. You need to constantly be getting feedback from your clients, your customers, people out there. What's their pains? What's their challenges? Are you meeting? Have you got a solution for that? Are you constantly touching base with your clients, understanding, making sure that they're getting value, that they're perceiving that they're getting more and more value? So that's one part of getting results. The next bit, most importantly, systems. Systemizing your business, systemizing your marketing plan, making sure that you're putting a good quality management system into your business. Getting good mentors around you, that's very important. Making yourself accountable. Getting good habits and routines into your day. And I think a lot of what we do in life, and I know I'm guilty of this, is that you've done things for so many years that become habit forming. You don't even realise what you're gravitating towards. And many things that we do and the way we behave and act and the results we get are subconscious. They're at a subconscious level. So you have to consciously get into new routines, consciously get into new habits and focus. That's one of my challenges. Make yourself accountable, put these things into place, have a plan, and always have a plan, a weekly, daily, weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, yearly, 5 yearly plan. Always plan and always think about the end goal. So where do I want to be in 5 years? Work your way back. What am I doing today to get myself nearer to that goal? So they're the sorts of things you can do to get results. If you want to follow my work and want to follow what I'm doing, now I'm developing, a lot of all this is new to me. I should imagine, like many of you out there, you're starting to think about, how do I pivot? How do I change my business? Can I put more courses on? Can I put courses online? Can I turn my business from an offline to an online? You know, so we're all kind of going through a bit of transition. You know, me as a quantity surveyor, I'm now doing things that I wouldn't have done before as a PQS. I'm starting to share my knowledge and experience with a wider audience than I would have done ever before. And so if you want to follow me, I do have a podcast, which is called the Construction Cash Flow Show. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Stuart Davidson, or Facebook. And I do put my videos onto YouTube, so you can look me up there. And if you want to contact me, please do via LinkedIn or stuart.davidson@qsconsult.co.uk. Keep in touch. Please put your comments below if you've got any comments on this process, how I could actually make this this program more suitable. If there's any areas that you'd want me to cover, if there's any areas that you have got questions or queries or comments on, please put the feedback in. I'll be glad to have the feedback, because that'll help me improve what I'm doing and move forward and develop and provide things that might be of value to people. And that's the key thing, and that's what I'm trying to do in terms of using my experience to add to what other people might feel useful. So I hope this has been useful to you. This has been my 7-part starter system. I'm hoping to develop it more. Watch out for the developments on this system online and on my media channels. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be on another subject. But in the meantime, have a great day, keep safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.